Hello guys, Kim here, and I'm back with another online commentary battle for Rome Total War. This time it is a live commentary, but I'm just a spectator here, and I'm just going to be watching two newer players that I met online very recently. Just go at it in a 1 versus 1 kind of thing. I do want to do more of these where I'm just a spectator, and then just spectate a game and kind of commentate as it runs, kind of to improve my commentary skills, I suppose. So yeah, I just decided to give this a whirl. So playing as the Romans, we have josephtm.chiang, and who is very new to the multiplayer scene, and probably very new to the game as well. I'm not sure about that though. And we have Alpha Trooper playing as the Seleucids. Also very new to the multiplayer scene, but he says that he's played a lot of the single player, so I expect that he does know most of the units, at least. So the map we're playing on is the Scottish Highlands. It's actually fairly flat for a non-grassy flatland map. There are some ridges here and there, so that could change things up potentially. There is kind of a big-ish hill over here. It can get a bit steep at points, but as long as neither player kind of falls into this pit, this kind of dip here, they should be fairly level. But there is definitely some kind of there is a height advantage you can kind of play with on this map. There is a he's asking if he's noob boxing. I don't think he's noob boxing, but alright. So they've readied up. We'll go through the armies now. We have Joseph here with these look like Praetorians, so 2 of those, gold, gold. Another 2 of this, so 4 Praetorians, probably gold, gold. And we have a lot of Legionary first cohorts. So this is pretty interesting. He's opted for a lot of Legionary first cohorts. And yeah, some gold there, and we have his archers as well. About 4 of those regular Roman archers. Not sure how upgraded they are. Alpha Trooper says he's trying something new, so we'll go through it. He's got 2 cataphracts here, 1 unit of elephants, 1 scythe chariot, and another 3 cataphracts. 1 archer, 2 archers, 3 archers, which look like bronze or silver bronze, and a lot of these silver shield legionaries, which are bronze, I think. Maybe they're chevrons, I'm not too sure. So anyway, we can probably, I think in terms of upgrades, Rome definitely has the advantage here. Looks like they're both just trying to get the hill though, trying to get some hill advantage going. It doesn't hurt. But yeah, it looks like these elephants and scythe chariots and cataphracts are going to stack up very well. He's got this general unit as well, which is bad generally speaking, but suppose it could be used for some things. But I reckon Rome's army, the Roman player, in this case Joseph, has built his army much better than the Seleucid player. And yeah, but this is very bad. This is a very bad move. He's just sitting 2 kind of units of cav out here, and if they engage, they might just get picked off by these scythe chariots, which are very strong, very deadly against cav. This is something a lot of newer players do. They just kind of throw cav out to the side, thinking that, you know, oh yay, I'm getting flank or something, but generally it's a mistake, especially if you're new. So unfortunately for the Roman player, his cav might just get picked off here. We do have a very nice rear charge coming in, that could really tip the scales in Rome's favor, and this is very good for Rome. Very poor support coming from the Seleucid player, Alpha Trooper here. He should have brought his elephants and this cataphract unit into support as well. These guys are gold Praetorians, so they're going to crush these unupgraded cataphracts. And this scythe chariot was doing some pretty good work, but it just chain routed with the cataphracts, so The Seleucid player got a good engagement there, but his guys just weren't upgraded well enough, and he didn't use the quantity advantage he had in the cav. If he brought this elephant in, brought this general unit in, brought that extra cataphract in, he would have maybe had that. But he's going to get another chance now. This is gone. This Praetorian cav unit's gone too far. It's going to get caught. It's very severely outnumbered, and we'll see if Joseph tries to save this, because he can save this if he just turns around and charges this in the rear. We can see and kind of a repeat of what happened here. But it looks like he's just seen it now, and again it looks like Alpha Trooper is not bringing in his elephants to support, and when you bring elephants, this is kind of what they're for. They're kind of for getting rid of the cav. But unfortunately, again, Alpha Trooper makes the same mistake. Unupgraded cataphracts not going to beat gold Praetorians. Praetorians are already very close to on par with the cataphracts, vanilla stat wise. So gold Praetorians are going to crush these unupgraded cataphracts. But this is not good from Joseph getting engaged with these infantry. But these infantry are also very low quality. So yeah, if you're wondering Alpha Trooper why they're routed, it's because they're not upgraded. They're not upgraded at all. They're just no upgrades. If you look at sorry. If you look at Joseph's, they're gold, and that's what's making the difference here. It's very important that you do upgrade your units in multiplayer. And in this case, Joseph has just done it much better than Alpha Trooper, so that's why I gave him the edge at the start of the game. At the start of the battle, before it even began, I gave Joseph the edge. Just because his not just his cav, but his entire army is much better upgraded. You can tell that the upgrades he's put are silver or gold, which is correct. That's what you should be doing to upgrade the guys. But for Alpha Trooper, I fear these might be either chevrons or just not enough upgrades, kind of. And you know, quality does matter quite a bit. So yeah, the advantage has swung into Joseph's favor at this point. Where is my cav unit? It's over here. Okay, well out of range. That's good. So the balance of power is probably, I reckon it would be in favor of Joseph. Again, these guys are gold. First legionary cohort, legionary firsts. So I mean, if Alpha Trooper goes for an engagement here, he's just going to get crushed in the infantry department. Again, he has a chance with these elephants. He's committed with these cataphracts, but they're unupgraded. Joseph engaging in a very dangerous spot here, severely outnumbered and getting shot by arrows, and this was a depleted unit, so I'm not surprised they're routed at all. But really just a very small victory for Alpha Trooper there. And it looks like Joseph is running, but I'm not sure what he's trying to attack. He could possibly catch this cataphract unit out, but these elephants are coming in and they're going to make short work of these cav units if Joseph isn't careful. So bam, the elephants go in. He's got the cataphracts in as well. The general unit could probably come in here to support as well, but very nicely done. Very nice attack with the elephants. This is what he should have been doing over there and over here. If he did that, the battle would be very favorable for the Seleucids, or much more favorable than it is now. But they have run amok thanks to these fire arrows from the archers, which is good thinking from Joseph. So they've run amok now, and they're going to do some probably pretty heavy damage to some of these legionaries here. Alpha Trooper really should start killing them off using the suicide special ability. And he is also going to be losing a lot of cataphracts to archer fire, since they're so close to the lines of Joseph. Joseph can probably very safely go for this infantry engagement now and come out on top. He can probably choose to shoot just skirmish with these archers as well. His guys are in a bit of a blob right now, but if he just strains them out, goes toe to toe, I reckon he's going to beat Alpha Trooper's Silver Shield Legionaries here. Silver Shield Legionaries are quite good. Pretty good infantry unit. Pretty much almost on par with the Legionaries of Rome. So, they are pretty decent. Can form the Testudo as well, which is great. unlike the Armenian legionaries, which can't form testudo. So they are very useful and very solid units. But unfortunately, against legionary firsts that are gold, they're not going to stand much of a chance. And yeah, these guys are only bronze at best. If they're chevrons, then yeah, they're still there may be silver stats, but chevrons are worse than upgrades, so not quite silver even. So Seleucids are in a pretty dangerous spot right now. What they can kind of try and do and win is try and use this cab advantage, really target down Joseph's remaining cab units with the archers, try and get a favorable infantry engagement, and then use the cab advantage with the general and the cataphract, and kind of try and get some rear charges on these guys and rout them before they rout the Seleucid silver shield infantry. But that's going to be pretty tough. I think the legionary first cohorts just will overwhelm Alpha Troopers infantry at this point. And this might be kind of the campaign experience kind of talking. I mean, if Joseph is more well acquainted with multiplayer, this might be the advantage he's getting from that. Knowing how to upgrade your guys properly is pretty fundamental, and it's very important. If you're fresh out of the campaign, a lot of new players don't upgrade their guys at all, or if they do, they put chevrons on them, which is very disadvantageous. You can lose battles just by doing that before the battle's even started. So yeah, it's definitely very dangerous. A cataphract getting caught here trying to chase archers, which is a very poor idea. Cataphract is not going to catch archers for a long time. Joseph has gone for a pause, so if Alpha Trooper wants to pause, looks like he's not pausing. But yeah, Joseph's gonna go in with his infantry. And yeah, I think if Alpha Trooper doesn't do something soon, these Silver Shield legionaries are just gonna rout. And that's gonna be probably a GG. But we'll see. These flanks are exposed, so some charges can come in. This Praetorian cab unit could be doing a lot more. Maybe killing this cab unit with the Praetorian cab would be very good. These cataphracts, as I said before, very poor for chasing archers. Too slow, they just get exhausted. And like, you can chase probably one archer unit halfway across the map and maybe only kill 10 guys. So, very poor unit for chasing archers. This unit a lot better. This general's unit a lot better for chasing archers. Joseph is going to be using his cav now. This is a good idea, trying to stop this general's unit from prancing around the back of his army. Alpha Troop is again going to try and go for these archers. Really, he should be trying to rescue his infantry, because his infantry is going to lose. Looks like the general's unit has been killed by a combination of the archers and the Praetorians. So the cataphracts there are basically completely useless. And it looks like Alpha Trooper's army is going to start to rout at this point. I think that's a GG. So, nicely played by both players. Yeah, Alpha Trooper taking a few good opportunities. Alpha Trooper taking a few good opportunities there. At the start of the game, getting that engagement with the cataphracts and the side chariots out there on his right side was actually very nicely done. If that had worked, it would have swung the battle in his favor. But unfortunately, you know, he just didn't recognize the disparity between the upgrades of his troops. And you know, if he committed the elephants there and his other cataphract units in time, maybe we'd be looking at a different battle right now. He could definitely have won that still. And again, there was another engagement soon after that. In kind of the center where he caught some more Praetorians, and he decided not to engage, not to kind of commit the elephants again, giving Joseph time to turn around with his Praetorians and kind of save that cav unit. So yeah, well played to both players, and I'll see you guys next time.